In today's video, we will learn about the properties of matter. So, the properties of matter are given below. The first property is matter is made up of tiny particles. So, the tiny particles are called molecules, or the molecules may be made up of different kinds of atoms. So, these particles are never at rest. They always are in moving motion. The molecules are said to possess kinetic energy. The word kinetic comes from a Greek word that means moving, right? Let us now do an activity to understand this property. The aim of the activity to prove that matter is made up of very tiny particles. Material required will be 3 glasses, tumblers, glass rod, salt or sugar and water. Now procedure will be take a small sized glass tumbler, fill it half with water and mark the level of the water as shown in this picture. Now gently put some quantity of salt or sugar if available in the water. Dissolve the salt in water using the glass rod and observe the water levels. So here we will see in both the cases after taking water. Now here are very enlarged or space between the water molecules. After putting salt and dissolving the salt, the water level is not increasing as shown in this picture. So from here or from doing this procedure, we will observe and conclude that the level of water is not changed. It proves that the matter is made up of very tiny particle and the particles of salt have occupied the space between the particles of water that is present. Now the second property is the particle of matter attract each other. Now the particle of matter or the molecule attract each other with some forces which holds them together. This force is called the intermolecular force of attraction. Now to prove that, we will do an activity. The aim of the activity is to show that the particles of matter attract each other, right? Now material required will be a chalk piece, brick and a rubber band. Procedure will be take all of the object and try hammering them, breaking or stretching them. You will notice that there is some resistance in doing so. So from here we will observe that it comparatively easy to break a chalk, a bit tough to break a brick, and also stretching and attempting to break the rubber band takes some efforts. So from here we can conclude that the efforts we put to break the matter suggested that bonds between the particles of matter are stronger. Hence particles of matter attracts each other. By this we prove that matter particles attracts each other. Now the third property of matter is that particles of matter have some space between them. The space between the particles or the molecules of a matter is called the intermolecular space. As mentioned before, let us now discuss the molecular arrangement in the three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas state. Before this, we will do an activity to prove that matters have spaces between them. The material required will be a glass container, marker, sugar and water. The procedure will be take water in the glass container and mark the water level with the marker. Now add spoonful of sugar into it and stir. You will observe that it disappears as you stir the sugar in the water. Now check the level of the water. So by checking the level, we will observe that the water level does not changes. That shows that the sugar get dissolved in the water. That means the sugar particles. Suppose this is a glass and this is water molecules, right? Now, after adding sugar, the sugar molecules dissolve in water between the intermolecular spaces present between the water molecules. This darker red color is the sugar and this empty red are the water molecules, right? So from here we can conclude that the molecules or the matter has very large or intermolecular spaces present between them. So I hope this topic is now clear to you. Thank you.